Hello, everyone. We're here back for our 6th episode of Top Talks, where we meet and we get to know better CEO Club's members. Today, I'm very happy to host Albert Davidoglu, an old friend who is the Chief Executive Officer of Macromex. And let's see what he has to say. Albert, welcome. It's good to have you here.
Thank you, Sotiris, for having me.
We're playing a game here. Okay. So before going to the rules of the game, I would like to ensure everybody that we have taken all the necessary measures in order to make sure that health measures are have been taken care of. So have I told you about the rules of the game? Let me just say,
okay.
Once more, so you know exactly what is ahead for you. The idea here is that we have a game with points. Okay, so we have 5 categories of questions. You can choose the category, but you cannot choose the card. And each card has a question that bears points. Our goal here, your goal here, is to gather more than 100 points in 30 minutes. How does that sound?
Challenging.
Okay. If you fail to do that, you will have to give away 5 books.
Okay.
For our CEO's Back to School project. But if you make it, then you have to give away 10 books for our project. So make sure you do. Okay? Great. Yes, so let me start with the first question. Who is Albert?
Albert is a very humble, ambitious, and determined person. So that's how I describe myself in everyday life.
Okay.
I'm learning every day. I am open to new things. I am looking at the things from different perspective, trying to understand better what is happening around me and trying to contribute to the people around me and also to the company for which I work.
Okay. Which is?
Macromex. Macromex is the company. Macromex is the leader in frozen food in Romania in what we call controlled temperature. It's a 150 million euro company. It's a wonderful company, a wonderful place with a great team.
Okay. And the products are, if you want to just...
Yeah, we sell frozen food products. We sell, from frozen vegetables to fish to meat to fruits, smoothies, all the goodies of the frozen food that we can pack and sell.
Okay. And who is Albert in his personal life?
In personal life, it's a person who is trying to do everything better every day. It's trying to be a father. It's trying to be to understand what is happening around him and guide as much as possible my kids to the right direction. I have 2 wonderful kids, 15 and 11, Alexandra and Cesar. And at this age is always challenging to keep up with the expectation and with the things that they are demanding.
Good luck.
Asking for. I know what you mean.
That's all I can say. Good luck.
I know.
Great. So shall we start?
Yeah.
Okay. So going to the first question, please choose a category.
So I will choose funny.
Funny. Okay, then. Funny it is. So, for 10 points.
Okay.
What age do you feel right now and why?
30.
Okay.
Because, I am... I think I have, the determination and the passion to learn and do things at that age. I feel that, when I, growing up, I am, is like, I go back in terms of, willingness to learn and to develop in the new skills, in the new set of, how shall I say, in the new sets of the, I shouldn't say requirements because it sounds very, but as a person, I want to, develop me better in terms of what is expecting in this new world, if I may say so.
Let me ask you an extra question on that. I had this discussion a few days ago with somebody else. If you could go back to 18,
Yeah.
if you have that chance. There's no price to pay. Just go back to 18, which means school, university, all the hustle, all the study, or the, no money, usually. Would you do that? Just think well before you answer. Because the first answer is usually, oh, of course, I want to become 18 again. But do you really?
No.
Okay.
No. Because it's easy to think that you will go back with the mind that you have right now. You'll go back, but you'll not have the mind that you have right now. So I think what I have accumulated in those years, experiences, learnings, people, all those things are, priceless.
Yeah.
And then this is something that will stay with me forever. And, that's something that I cherish and I'm grateful.
And on top of not having the mind, one will not have the money as well, either. So, that's not very convenient.
So, when you are young, you don't have the money, you have time. When you are old, you have the money, but you won't have time. So that's always a balance between those two things.
Great. So what I'll do is I'll give you another 5 points for being honest. Okay. So 15 points are there for you. Next question. Next category.
Career.
Career. Okay. Yes. Let's go for career. And for 5 points, what was your first milestone achievement in your career? The first point that you said, okay, check.
I wanted to move in sales. So that was, and I wanted to move in sales because I wanted to be part of a certain team. And at that time, being or moving from a certain role to that role, it helped me a lot to meet, to join a team, to join a certain leader at that time, which helped me to develop a lot. And that was, if I think back, that was a kick in my career.
Did that happen in Macromex or in Unilever?
In Unilever.
Unilever.
I've been working for Unilever 14 years. So it happened in Unilever. Yeah, I enter in supply chain. The sourcing and part of the things, and then I moved to the wonderful team of sales. That was really good. Okay.
So another 5 points for you. Next question.
Personal.
Okay, let's go for personal. For 5 points, if you could only keep 5 possessions, what would they be?
5 possessions.
Just 5.
For sure, I will start with books.
You have to choose one book. They have to be 5 specific things.
5. Oh, so 5 books would be 5 possessions.
Yep. It has to be hard,
Has to be hard. Okay. 5 possessions. So I think I will keep, can I say family and books together?
That's 2 things.
That's 2 things. Okay, so I still have to, so then would be books, family, friends, and I think would be enough.
Okay.
With 3 things would be enough. Because if I have those things, I can build anything.
Okay.
I don't need
Fair
more.
enough. Fair enough. 5 points for you.
Thank you.
Let's move to the next one.
Leadership.
For 10 points.
Yeah.
How do you keep your employees, or team members, of course, keen and motivated?
If you care and if you look after their interest, then they will give back to you a lot of things. So I do care about the people. I treat them as equals. So I don't say this is an employee, this is a colleague. And if you do that each and every day and you do it genuinely, if you do it authentically, then people will understand and people will just the trust is built. The trust is the foundation of everything. If the people trust you, then I think it's it's just what you have to do every day. I mean, to be authentic and to treat people fairly and correctly, and then with the trust, then everything will open up.
Extra question. What do you do in order to showcase this to your people? And when I say to your people, I'm talking about the whole organization. As a leader, what is it that you do? What do you think is the key thing to do or to perform, or in order to
communication, transparency, openness. My door is always open. I am discussing with everybody in the organization any kind of question and any kind of problem, and I'm trying to resolve them, even that is a very small one or a very complex or strategic one.
Okay, you guys are also doing distribution.
We do distribution as well.
When was the last time you met a driver?
Oh, I think 1 week ago. I've been to the warehouse, so I met with those guys. Wonderful people, very determined, and you know that there is this saying: there are two types of people, the drivers and the rest of them.
Okay.
So
a driver, you are born, you're not made. Eh?
Yeah, very charismatic and ambitious person.
Great. Then you deserve another 5 points from me.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Another 15 points are yours.
Okay.
Next category.
What shall I have now? Inspirational?
Inspirational.
Yes.
For 5 points.
Okay.
Name your 3 favorite quotes.
Favorite?
Quotes. The ones the one that inspires you a lot, that really connects with your life and what you do.
Quotes. I'm not sure that I'm going to say them exactly as they are.
No problem.
I think it's walk the talk. I think you have to do what you are saying.
Anonymous. Walk the talk. Anonymous.
Anonymous. Then leadership is not about keeping the steering wheel, it's showing the direction.
So another 5 points for you. Next question.
Funny.
Let's go for funny. For 5 points, what did you want to be when you were a kid?
Oh, I wanted to build block of flats.
Okay.
I wanted to be a constructor.
Okay.
So when I saw so many block of flats building around me, I said I want to be like those guys who are building those block of flats.
Okay. You wanted to be the businessman or the handyman?
I think the builder at that time, that was the only person which, I could see every day. I mean, I could, see through my windows that, the block of flats which are, building in front of me. And then I said, I like that. So I wanted to be like those guys.
What do you think was the thing that enchanted you about this? I mean, why?
I think it was about people who are going to live in those block of flats. So I think that was the deep motivation, if you want, in doing that. Because, building something is, you build for somebody, you build for people. This is going to help people stay in, feel well, and then... So I think that was the... of course, at that time, you never thought about that. But then when you look back and think about, you say, okay, so you like building things for people. So I think it's...
That's very altruistic.
This is how do I, connect what I do right now with some things that happened to me in the past.
So now you're building a good company so that people can actually feel comfortable in it, right?
There is a connection. Mm-hmm. There is a connection. I have, let's say, my purpose in life because, some years ago I put myself this, and I said, what's that I have to do? I mean, where do I have to go? I mean, what's my purpose? And then I said, helping people and company succeed, doing better, be better, grow. So in this order, people and companies. So then when I move in my career to Macromex, I didn't know that I'm going to reach so far in this in this company, because if you put yourself a goal which is higher than your next move, then the companies would be like milestones. So those companies will help you to achieve what you want to do. And then that motivation will help you to choose the right company. And without thinking about it, you are attracting those things. And then you, in your way, in your journey, you meet some people, companies, and then you grow meeting those people, you develop yourself, and then you develop yourself working for a certain company and giving you some challenges that you didn't have before. So I think it's great to have those, that to put yourself a purpose and then try to follow that. So yeah, if you can, make money out of that, that's wonderful. If you meet your purpose with
bingo,
that's a bingo. That's a bingo. But
have you ever thought that? It just occurred to me that at the end of the day, we're all in the hospitality business because we are creating a place where others feel comfortable working in and feel welcome being there and feel that this place is giving them the means to grow and to have a better day tomorrow?
I think there's a role of a leader in any organization, or if you think about starting from the family, you're trying to build a nice environment, a good place to grow the kids, to develop, to learn things. Then you do the same in the company. Then you are trying to build a place where people will feel comfortable, welcome, and they are engaged. They work for something, for a company with a purpose, for a leader with a purpose. Because the companies are, the people are joining companies and leaving bosses. This is a good saying. So if you remember that, you will do better in your pursue or in your actions with towards people. And yeah.
If I look back, you are the first guest with so many extra points. So another 5 extra points are yours.
Okay.
So 10 points. Next one.
Personal.
Let's go for a personal one. 4 or 5 points. Which are the 3 people you admire the most and why? They can be people you've met in your life or not. It doesn't matter.
Well, I had couple of people who helped me in my personal and professional life. So I will start with my uncle John, who showed me a lot of things when I was kid, and then guide me and teach me. He was the first one who was brought me to sport. He was doing doing, how is it called, wrestling. Yes. And then I went to a sport club at that time, and it was not such a nice place, but it was a wonderful place. So this is my first time meeting with a sport club. Then I think was my teacher from high school, a lady who said to my mom that I have to go to economics, to university, because she thinks that this is the right place for me. At that time, I wanted to be a bartender. So I said to myself that I have to go on a boat. I have to be in this boat to sail the world and then to do cocktails. This is what I wanted to do.
That was before the cocktail movie with Tom Cruise or after?
I think before.
Okay.
Before. Then I saw the movie. When I saw the movie,
that validated the idea.
This is it. It's incredible.
It's not just me.
Somebody made a movie out of that. So and then that lady Calliope, also a Greek origin.
Of course, Albert.
Yeah, I know.
Of course.
Greeks are. So the lady also, helped me with mathematics and all those things. It was a great person. And I think if I go back into the Unilever, it was the leader of that time, which was the lady was the head of trade marketing at that time, and she took me in her team from supply chain, and that really changed my direction. The name is Mihaela Gavrish. So that changed my direction for good. So that's why I said that was one of my, great movements. But if I have to list the people that I met and inspire me, the list would be big.
So a lot of female influence. Huh?
I may say yes, a lot of female influence. So I had once a discussion with a coach, and he asked me, "Can you say to me who are your 3 or 5 influencers in your life?" And I said, "Okay, if I remember all the women, I mean it's okay. So something is with
Albert, there's no question why you are so successful today. You know,
of course.
When you have women around you, women are smarter than us. So it's by default that you will have anybody would have a better future having women influence next to them. So yeah, good move. Great. I usually do that joke, but I have to tell you that, and we can edit it afterwards. That you also identify your wife as a good influence, because when she watches the interview, you will have a problem. So maybe you can say that now. Yeah, also my wife. You know, we can take that. It's okay. We can add it to the video.
We can add it, of course. So I met my wife in the university, and we are together since then. So. And by the way, it was I have to do a confession here, because I need to do it. She was helping me a lot with improving my language skills in terms of English language. So this is how I met her.
Her name is
Wana.
Wana. Okay.
Wana is my wife, and then we've been working to improve my language, so that was part of this is how I knew her. So yeah, we are together since then.
Okay, great. Another 5 points for you. Next one.
I like the way you said your wife may watch this and then you have a problem.
Listen, experience calls that prevention.
Okay, so what shall I put? Leadership.
For 10 points. What are the things you appreciate the most from a colleague?
Authenticity and being honest.
Okay.
I think those are two. If you have two faces, and I don't trust you.
Great. Another 10 points, very quick. So we are at 70 points. And we still have another 5 minutes to go, so we have to be swift.
Okay.
Here. Next
Very
one.
Good.
Career. 4 or 5 points. What do you consider to be your greatest success so far?
Greatest success. Greatest success. My kids. But this is not career.
I know, but it doesn't say here in your career.
No, I think my greatest success. If I think about the career, I think the last 8 years in Macromex. That's greatest success.
Thank you. Next one.
Inspirational.
4 10 points. What are your top 3 favorite books and why?
Top 3 favorite books. First book is I think is Tony Robbins, Awaken the Giant Within You. I think it's that was my one of my first book of personal development, and I think it's a fantastic book to help you navigate in what is going to happen. So that really helped me to have a right mindset and attitude towards what happened with me after I read that book. So I think that was many years ago.
With Tony Robbins, I really like the content and reading his books. I cannot stand listening to him. that voice that he has that comes from deep
But
inside.
that was recently, because some years ago he did not
He
have
didn't,
that voice.
I don't know. I cannot stand it.
That voice, it's
it makes me anxious. I don't know. It's like something is going to happen to him.
So, second book is How to Win Friends and Influence People. I think it's again a very good book in trying to make you build a good network of people and trying to be again authentic in what you want to say and how you are going to approach that, because in the end of the day, if you don't do it because you feel it, then it's not authentic and it's not going to help you. I think it's the Good to Great book, which again it's a very good book which explains you why the success happened and how it's happened, and not because there is a magic pill, or because it's a very autocratic leader who is trying to move things alone and be pushy and giving direction. It's a different style of leadership who would make those companies great, or being greater than the greatest companies. Because in the end, this is what you want to build. It's not a good company, you want to build a great company. And the other book would be The First 90 Days, a great book, a fantastic book, which will guide you in your journey when joining a business, and will set up clear directions in terms of what you need to do first and how you can really make a difference.
Another 10 points are yours. Congratulations. So we are at 85, 15 more to go.
Personal.
For 10 points.
Okay.
What is your greatest fear in life?
Fear. I think that I don't have time to do as many things as I want to do. Time.
Thank you. Quick one. And the last one, we need another 5 points to reach our target, which means we are there. So, which one?
I don't know. Career?
For 10 points, what sacrifices you consider you have done in your professional path to reach where you are now?
My first course in economics in the university, the teacher said to us, take a white paper, draw a line. In the left, put what you want to achieve, and in the right, what you want to sacrifice for. I didn't understand that at that time. I think I sacrifice, if I look at, number of, hours that I've been working. By the way, we have discussed yesterday about that. So I think I've been working in, I may say, the first 10 years of my career, I felt like I've been working for 30 years. I mean, it was really, really intensive work. So if I look back, indeed, I sacrifice some of, the time with my wife, the time with the family, the time with some people around me. But I've done it at that time because I wanted to achieve something. But I think I sacrifice, people around me, in the first part of the career. But then in the second part, and I'm trying to balance it better. But you know what? It's a choice. I don't believe in work-life balance. I believe in the choice that you make. Either you do it, you want to achieve something, or you don't do it at all. Because if you don't do it to really make a point or make a difference, then it doesn't make sense to do it at all.
I'm discussing with CEOs for the last 12 years. Every time I ask this question about regret, I always get the same answer. To the question, would you change? Would you do something differently? The answer is always no. I would do exactly the same thing.
Yeah.
There's not a single person who has given me a different answer.
If somebody will give you a different answer, means that he is unhappy, or he did not succeed or achieve something in what he has done, because you have to do, if you do better, better things or more things than you lose, then probably if you have a positive result in the end of the day, I think you've done a difference, and you are actually leaving a legacy behind you. But it's not about that. It's how the people would feel meeting with you and discussing with you.
And with these 10 points, congratulations, you exceeded 100 points. Many kids will be happier from this. We are expecting your books, and the kids are expecting your books. So that would lead us to the last question for today. And that would be, after several years of being a member, what is it that you enjoy the most?
People and the network and the atmosphere that we have in this club. I think the members here are the right one. They are, again, I'm repeating this, authenticity, but they are not here just because they want to be seen. They are not here because they want to be heard about or they want to be promoted. They are here because they feel that they need to be part of this and to contribute and have fun in the end of the day.
Thank you so much, Albert.
Thank you, Sotiris, for having this, and then I think it was a great experience.
It's always a great pleasure discussing with you. So
for me, the same. Thank you so much, Sotiris.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for watching this. We'll be back. Stay tuned.